In this video, I want to talk about letting go and letting people who is important in your life and who you have a relationship go, even when it may hurt. So, in this current situation, I felt and I've faced a lot of trials and tribulations with this person. It's been painful, it's been sad, and there's been a lot of sad times during this instance. And we've come to the conclusion to let each other go. Maybe not in the nicest way. Maybe we could have done it in a nicer way, and maybe it could have been a lot more better on both of us and not have such a negative impact. And it's important to be able to let the person do their own thing and not overdo it with them and not try to blow their phone up and talk to them and do all these negative habits, do all these negative things that will lead them further away from you. The reality of it is it's always going to be hard. It's always going to be hard to let someone leave your life. It's always going to be hard to let someone step away. Someone who you care about and someone who you want in your life, and to let them go and do their own thing. But sometimes it's best. Sometimes it's best for you. Sometimes it's best for your improvement. Sometimes the only thing that benefits you long term is letting this person go and letting them leave your life. And it's so hard, right? It's so hard in the beginning. It's so hard at, say, this point in time where it's fresh and where it feels negative and there's a lot of negative energy surrounding it. It's hard to let them go. It's hard to let it slide. It's hard to not want to be full on in the situation and not leave them alone, essentially, because you're still craving that desire, you're still craving that love, you're still craving that attention, you're still craving a lot of things that you shouldn't. That of course you're gonna crave, because they gave you that. But it's so hard, and it's so negative to want to crave that, want to crave that. And at the end of the day, the only person who's going to be able to provide you with that is yourself. And the only person who's going to be able to make yourself feel happy and make yourself feel good and understand you is you. And a lot of times you got to let that sadness and let that drive you forward, even though it may seem hard right now, it may seem hard at this moment. Another thing that's very important as well is to look back on this situation with gratitude. And it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult. It's extremely difficult when it's fresh and when it's new and when you're still in that pain, you're still in that sadness, you're still in this, and you're still in that feeling of just regret and just anger, all sorts of different emotions. It's hard. It's genuinely hard to look on it with an open mind and a gratitude mindset. And a lot of people don't look on it in anger, look on it with sadness, and they look on it in a negative way, and they don't see it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to improve. It's an opportunity for you to get better. It's an opportunity for you to show what you can really do. And look back on gratitude, look at the memories, look at everything. I think, oh no, that was nice. No matter how it ended, it's hard. No matter how it ended, try to look back on it with an open mind. Meditate on it, journal on it, get your mind fully over it. Get your mind understanding it, and then push forward. Push forward as soon as you can, and work out, meditate, journal, read, listen to audiobooks, do things that improve you as a man, do things that improve you as a person, do things that make you better. Don't do things that make you worse. Don't turn to alcohol unless it's very brief. I know it's easy to turn to alcohol, it's easy to turn to drugs, but that's why it's easy. It's an easy escape, but then you've got to deal with that later on. Turn to things like working out and use that. Use working out, use them treating you like shit. Use all the bad times and use that as motivation. Use that to make you better. Use their negative outlook on you and use that to be positive and to be the best version of yourself. Because that's what matters, man. That's what matters. And then you can give a better version to people around you. Then you can uplift people. Then you can make people feel better around you. And then you can make people feel more happy to be speaking to you and to be talking to you, once you've worked on a lot of skills and a lot of areas you're lacking. Because the reality is you are lacking in areas. when someone don't want to be around you, no matter what, at any point in life, you're lacking in certain areas. But it's important to understand where you're lacking and push forward and be a better version. Because that's all we can do at the end of the day. That's what we can. Important to give that person space. It's important to let them know that you don't actually need them, and to let them rethink their decisions. Because it's so easy to just go for it and start texting them, start calling them, start overdoing it. And the reality of it is that's going to make them leave, man. That's going to make them stay away. Because they're thinking you're too needy. They're thinking you want them too much. You don't have enough time to do positive things. You don't have enough time to do good habits and things that make you better. And the reality is, if you're somewhat caught and you let it go, it's going to benefit you, man. It's going to benefit you because it gives you time to focus on you. It gives you time to focus on the best version of yourself. It gives you time to really reevaluate your decisions. Because this person ain't shit. If they're treating you like this, they ain't shit. They don't deserve you. They're nowhere near the level of person that you are. Especially when you've got all this and you put so much effort into yourself, and you've been a better version of yourself, and you've done good habit after good habit after good habit, and you focus on yourself, you focus on your flaws, you focus on everywhere that you're lacking, and improved it and improved it and improved it. And then you're going to be a better version of yourself, and more people are going to enjoy your company, more people are going to enjoy being around you. And that's a fact. This person don't deserve you. This person don't deserve you. If they're even rethinking it, giving it time, if they're even giving you resistance, if they're even giving you bullshit what you don't need, giving you bullshit, making your life harder and not enriching your life, they don't deserve to be in your life. You need to let them go. You need to give it space. You need to give it time. And you need to be the best version of yourself. Because they're not going to change their behavior as much as you want them to. As much as you want them to. It's just not the right person. And it's not the right person to be around. You need to accept that that's them. That's what it says in the way of Superior Man as well. Accept you can't change them. Accept it and put your purpose first. Put you first. Put you being better first. Put you first so you can be better in the future, and you can have a more positive life and be a better version of yourself and do the good habits that allows you to be a better version of yourself. And then when you get into something better, when you're with someone better, then you're going to really, really enjoy it, because you would have put all this groundwork in. You would have put all this belief into yourself. You would have took this negative and turned it into a positive situation, and you can look back on that with absolute positivity, with absolute happiness, and have absolute gratitude that you've made this progress in spite of this person. It sounds quite mad, sounds quite mean, but in spite of this person, because they shouldn't be treating you like that. They shouldn't be treating you like that. They shouldn't be treating you like a second option. They shouldn't be treating you like you ain't shit, because you are. Because you are, man. You just need to put in that effort, and you need to be better and better and better. And then it's going to be undeniable. Then they're not going to be able to say anything. Then they're not going to be able to do anything. They can bring up all sorts. No matter how it ended, just look on it with a positive mindset. Look on it with a gratitude mindset. Look on it with a positive outlook on what happened. And be a better version of yourself. And bring in the habits that make you that. Bring in the habits that make you better. Don't do the negative habits like drinking and like turning to drugs and all things that won't benefit you and will make you worse. Because it's so easy to get into a habit of drinking alcohol every day. It's so easy to just smoke weed. It's so easy to turn to drugs. But the reality is that ain't gonna sort nothing. That's not gonna sort nothing, because the next few days you gotta recover from it. You gotta recover in every way. You gotta recover from the alcohol. You gotta recover from the drugs. And you gotta recover from this. And you're not fully addressing it when you journal, when you write, when you meditate, when you go for a walk, when you work out, when you read books, when you do this. You're dealing with it in a positive way, and you're driving yourself forward. You're driving yourself forward. Alcohol, drugs, binge eating, all that drives you away and takes you away from being a better version of yourself. I'm not saying don't dwell in it a little bit. Dwell in it for a few days if you have to, if you need to do that to get better. But process it and progress from it. That's it. process it and progress from it. And that's the quote from this video that you need to take. Process it, progress from the pain. Process the sadness, the pain, the agony, the anger, the frustration from this person, and progress from that. Use that to drive you. Use that to make you better. Use that to be the best version of yourself. Use that to be the best possible version of yourself you can ever be. Don't let their view on you, make you believe who you are. Don't let their view on you establish your value. You establish your value. You establish your value. No other person. You establish your value. You know who you are. You can put this effort into yourself. You can make yourself better. They can't. They can only give you a sense of validation, a sense of comfort that you don't actually need and you don't deserve at this point, because there's still work to be done. And it's so easy to fall into that. And I'm not gonna lie, it's easy to fall into that. It's easy to fall in that love. It's easy to fall in that. It's easy. But it don't make you better, man. It really don't. Because it's hard to juggle the good habits with that. It's hard to be a better version of yourself with that, because you've got that comfort and you've got that backbone. And you got someone saying, nah, you're all right. There's nothing wrong with you. You've put on 10 pounds. It's okay. You got all this stupidity. You got all this. And if they're not even thinking, if they're thinking that you're a second option, they're thinking and they're not providing enough effort for you, let them go and put effort into yourself. Genuinely, put effort into yourself. Don't put effort into these people. If they provide you with a good amount of attention and a good amount of like vibes and you get on and all that, like, be good about it. But I understand you're watching this because you want to let them go. And the reality is, if you're even thinking about letting them go, this is going to be sad. You have to, man. You have to. If there's stuff you haven't achieved, if there's stuff you haven't done, if there's things that you want to do and you know with this person, you can't, because you've got to focus on them. You've got to spend hours with them a day. You've got to spend hours with them a week that take you away from what you want to be and who you want to be. Let them go. Let them go. And take that time and focus on yourself and be a better version of yourself. I hope you lot's got a lot of value from this video, and I hope this has woken a lot of you up who's in a sad time, who's maybe getting over a breakup, maybe getting over a situation that you had with someone, dating someone. If it's went wrong, I hope this has woken you lot up to really put that effort into yourself and to understand you can make yourself better and no one else can. It's easier said than done, of course. It's easier said than done. But like I said, if you're really struggling, dwell in it a little bit, but understand that you need to get better from it. Understand, no, I can put this into that to make me better. Understand, oh, I can start at the gym, I can get stronger in the gym, I can meditate, I can understand my mind more, I can feel better in myself, I can journal, I can really write down my thoughts and understand myself better. I can go for a walk, I can process it that way. There's so many ways you can process this, and there's so many ways it can make you better. And especially when you put effort into yourself. When you put effort into yourself for a good amount of time, you're going to attract someone better. You're going to attract someone better. Thank you lot for watching. I hope you got a lot of value from this video. I'm going to make more content, and I can't wait to see what you lot have to say. And I hope this helps a lot of you. And yeah, thanks for watching.